Hello, everyone. This is Coach Kat with SRT Global, and today we are talking about the Clifton Strengths of Adaptability. I am here with the Clifton Strengths expert, Coach Lacey Jane, who will be coming to help us understand how this particular strength works for us, whether we have it in our high or our lows. And we will get into that in just a minute. Let me go ahead and share my screen and we will get started. So hopefully, thumbs up, we can see the screen okay? Awesome. All right, so we are talking about the strength of adaptability. This is the go with the flow strength. So Lacey, please tell us more about what this looks like.
Yes. So with Clifton Strengths, everybody has the same 34 strengths, and you can see them in the bottom of this graphic, and they are divided into 4 categories. Today's adaptability strength is found in the relationship building category, and this means everybody that has strengths with relationship building, which I'm guessing is a lot of us here just by the type of people that we are to do this work, is they're going to be very motivated by being with the right people and connecting with the right people. So adaptability is people with adaptability like to go with the flow. They tend to be like now people, and they take things as they come and they just discover the future one day at a time, right? They're very in the present. Now, if this comes naturally to you, oh, yep, thank you, Katrin, for that slide. I almost forgot. If you're not familiar yet with the Clifton Strengths, it is online. It's an online assessment, and you can go to the QR code here or the website, and it's an assessment that will give you your 34 strengths in an individual, unique order for you. And so this is what we talk about when we say our top strengths, is this being a unique order of your strengths. Now, if you're taking it from a different country, make sure at the top of the screen when you want to take this that you choose the appropriate selection there. And also, we want to make sure everyone knows that we are not affiliated with Gallup in any way. This is an online assessment unique to them, and we just do coaching around what your report is. We do not have anything to do with that $49 and yeah, no affiliation there. So adaptability, let me restart. So these people are very flexible, right? And they're very much in the present, and they love to take things one day at a time. Now, if this comes naturally to you, you might be very comfortable with change, flexible, easygoing. And those who excel in this and misuse or abuse this strength, we call that being in our basement. And being in the basement of a strength like adaptability could mean that you show signs of indecisiveness or directionlessness. You are very unable to go with the flow. You're either stuck or you are not happy about having to make a change, right? So sometimes this can look like being a flake, not wanting to do what the change was, or having your head in the clouds, not paying attention to the here and now. And people are used to you being more of a in the present sort of person. So we can also feel like we want to be more flexible. Some of us may not have the adaptability in the top of our strengths, but we wish we did, right? So if this is something that is not the top for you, then you might crave more structure and stability. You might create a plan and then want to stick with it, and you don't want to be adaptable and change your plan. I don't know if that resonates with anyone else, but I'm more of the planner, not the adaptable person, but I really wish I were more adaptable, right? So the thing is, instead of feeling anxious when plans change, we can discover ways to be able to use our other strengths to help us be adaptable. And that's what strength coaching is about. And today we want to release some of the stories and some of the mental blocks that we have holding us back in this, because every one of us has the ability to have adaptability in us and to use that for our good. Let's see here.
That is perfect. Is
All
there anything
right.
else you wanted to add, Coach Lacey?
Oh, nope. I was just trying to change the slide for you, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I have control over that. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for giving that rundown of kind of what is adaptability and how it can look, whether it's in our top strengths or whether it's in our bottom strengths, and what we can do around that. So there are a few things that we are going to clear specifically around that. So this is the point where you will take out your pen and paper to jot down some notes. So one of the things that, regardless of whether you have adaptability high or low, there can be some uncertainty that pops up around this particular strength. And so I want you to take some time to journal on these two questions. When you hear the word spontaneity, when you think of that, what does that make you feel like? So let's work on right on that one first. So if someone is like, let's go take a spontaneous trip, or is this something that you would be excited about? Is this something that would make you cringe? What does that look like for you? And kind of write down any scenarios or people or situations around this where that has made you feel that way. And I'll give you just a few moments to do that. Good. Okay. And now I want to look at the reverse of that, the flip side. What does predictability make you feel like? Does that make you feel comforted? Does that make you feel bored? Do you wish you were more predictable? Do you have people in your life that are very predictable? And how does that make you feel about them? So just take a few minutes to write that down. And then please use the chat to share with us how you feel about those words once you've kind of written it down for yourself. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So is anyone would like to share before we jump into some programs around this? Find my emotion list. That's going to make things a little bit more difficult.
Good day.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. What would you like to share?
I would like to share my programs I have about this to add maybe to your list. It is like predictability is boring and predictability is annoying.
Is there a certain situation or person that made you feel like it was boring or annoying?
Oh, just, I have visited so many seminars and like different meetings, and they are all the same. And if you don't, if it is impossible to find kind of new angle, or something interesting, so all this structure and the same ideas, you think like, oh no, it's like so predictable. So I just wasted my time, when it's like, yeah, it's like, it could be about structure of the meeting or like any seminar, or it could be also about information, just, okay, all those ideas are so predictable and stuff, nothing new, so boring. And like
that was perfect, Julia, because that ties in so well. And I think waste of my time is an excellent program that everyone on the call can clear. And so that works so well with either one of these. So someone being spontaneous and just all of a sudden going and doing something that wasn't planned can make you feel like a waste of your time. Or just what you said of that, it's so predictable and you feel like you're wasting your time to be there. So whatever that waste of your time means for you, we're going to go ahead and clear on that. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much for sharing that. That was perfect. Perfect. All right. Are we ready? All right, everyone get comfortable. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and repeat in your head. I release all negative emotions with waste of my time. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with positive emotions with waste of my time. Deep breath in. I release all cynicism with waste of my time. Deep breath in. I release all embarrassment with waste of my time. Deep breath in. I release all humiliation with waste of my time. Deep breath in. I release all pain with waste of my time. Deep breath in. I release all resentment with waste of my time. Deep breath in. I release all shame with waste of my time. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with certainty with waste of my time. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with enjoyment with waste of my time. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with fulfillment with waste of my time. Good. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with harmony with waste of my time. Good. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with letting go with waste of my time. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with organization with waste of my time. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with peace with waste of my time. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with thankfulness with waste of my time. Almost done with this one, last one. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with trust with waste of my time. You know what, we're going to do one more. Deep breath in. I release all remaining negative emotions with waste of my time. Good. Deep breath in. I release all remaining blocks with positive emotion with waste of my time. Good, that's better now. Now it's clear. Deep breath in and out. In and out. Very, very good. That is excellent. I'm testing in to see if there's other programs. It would be great if anything has come up for anyone else while they were listening to this. That would be great so that we can see if there's any other programs around this that we can tap into before we move on to the next journaling area. We're just gonna clear around change. I was testing it different ways as like, I hate change, I love change, I don't like it when things change, and none of them were quite testing weak. So let's just do change in general and hold in your mind what that means for you. Do you like it when things change? Do you hate it when things change? You know, what do you feel around the word change? And then Lacey, I'm getting do it wrong instead of do it right. But we'll look into that in just a second. Let's clear on change first. All right. Deep breath in. I release all negative emotions with change. Beautiful. Deep breath in. I release all blocks with positive emotion with change. Deep breath in. I release all disbelief with change. Deep breath in. I release all doubt with change. Deep breath in. I release all discontent with change. Deep breath in. I release all envy with change. Deep breath in. I release all hopelessness with change. Good. Deep breath in. I release all overwhelm with change. Deep breath in. I release all punishment with change. Deep breath in. I release all skepticism with change. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with certainty with change. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with enjoyment with change. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with nourishment with change. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with support with change. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with trust with change. Good. Deep breath in and out for that one. Good. All right. I see that Christelle, you have joined. I'm not sure if you have been in this class before, but this is one where we're not speaking individually, but we're leading everyone through a group clearing around the word adaptability, which is a specific strength that we can all have, and the different ways where this strength might not be showing up for us is what we're clearing on. So please breathe along with us and be part of this group clearing. Okay, we're going to clear do it wrong. So if there were times where you felt that you were doing something wrong, and maybe there was some resistance to changing it, to adapting to the situation, this will be a really good clearing about that, or anything that comes up for you when you hear do it wrong. If that's something someone told you, if that's something you tell someone else, whatever that scenario, if that's something you tell yourself, I did it wrong. It's okay. We're going to let it go. So whatever that means to you when we say do it wrong. Deep breath in. I release all negative emotions with do it wrong. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with positive emotions with do it wrong. Deep breath in. I release all contempt with myself with do it wrong. Yes, we are saying do it wrong. I release all discontent with do it wrong. Deep breath in. I release all doubt with do it wrong. Deep breath in. I release all envy with do it wrong. Deep breath in. I release all hate with do it wrong. Deep breath in. I release all humiliation with do it wrong. Deep breath in. I release all jealousy with do it wrong. Deep breath in. I release all nervousness with do it wrong. Deep breath in. I release all resentment with do it wrong. Good. Deep breath in. I release all resistance with do it wrong. Deep breath in. I release all terror with do it wrong. Deep breath in. I release all uncertainty with do it wrong. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with creativity with do it wrong. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with harmony with do it wrong. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with letting go with do it wrong. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with peace with do it wrong. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with surety with do it wrong. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with thankfulness with do it wrong. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with trust with do it wrong. Good. Deep breath in and out. That one's clear, everyone. Okay, I noticed that you've joined us. This is not the typical open or trauma clearings. We do these clearings based on the Clifton Strengths, and today we're focused on adaptability. So we're clearing all programs that could be affecting people around this strength. We're using it as a starting point to find other programs. So this is one where we all breathe in together, and it's all for all of us as a group. Okay, so we're going to go to the next journaling prompt. So please make sure you have your paper and pen handy. So another area where someone might be feeling trapped comes in with adaptability. It could be feeling in multiple ways. If you have adaptability high, you might be feeling trapped to not be able to make a change. So what I would like you to journal on is, are there any areas in my life where I feel trapped? So please think about that and write down any places where you feel this way. And as you're writing down places where you feel trapped, please think about if this was a trap that you allowed someone to create for you, or if it is a place where you have allowed yourself to be trapped. And journal about, what can you do? What steps can you take to free yourself from this feeling of being trapped? So if anyone would like to put into the chat or come off mute what they feel with a relation to this one, we can talk about it and see what additional programs we can find. I do have a couple that I have identified based on this. So I'll give you a minute to finish wrapping that up if you'd like to share. Otherwise, we'll go straight into the clearing for this. Yes, so the overarching, there's some comments there for everyone. There were some comments to me directly. So the overarching word that I'm getting that ties them both together is just the word stuck. So we're just going to clear on stuck. So please bring to mind any memories where you have felt stuck, where you currently feel stuck, where you weren't feeling like you could move forward in life, where you wanted to be in control, but you didn't have the ability to be in control. And if any of you are testing for yourselves and there's other phrases that are coming up for you specifically, please write them down and you can clear on them later. I'm reading the energy of the room as a whole and what's going to apply to the most people within the room. So if you're finding something, definitely hold that in for yourself and make sure that you add it to your list, or if you're not familiar with that just yet, just write it down as a note and you can bring that to some of the other coaches when you talk to them. And I do have an open trauma clearing directly after this one, so we can clear it specifically for you right then. Okay, let's do stuck. Deep breath in. I release all negative emotions with stuck. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with positive emotions with stuck. Deep breath in. I release all annoyance with stuck. Deep breath in. I release all disappointment with stuck. Deep breath in. I release all discontent with stuck. Deep breath in. I release all guilt with stuck. Deep breath in. I release all jealousy with stuck. Deep breath in. I release all judgment with stuck. Deep breath in. I release all overwhelm with stuck. Deep breath in. I release all punishment with stuck. Deep breath in. I release all resistance with stuck. Deep breath in. I release all sorrow with stuck. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with creativity with stuck. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with gratitude with stuck. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with happiness with stuck. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with knowingness with stuck. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with memory with stuck. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with safe with stuck. Good. Deep breath in and out. That one is cleared. Good job, everyone. You guys are doing fantastic. I can definitely feel you guys all being together, and it is amazing. Okay, so the next one that we're going to clear around being this trapped, and are there areas in their life where you feel trapped, is the phrase, what's next? So if you're ever the uncertainty of not knowing what happens next, and that sort of unknowingness that can be part of that, you know, what that looks like for you. Is it something currently you're asking yourself? You know, what's next? What do I do? What's the next step? How do I move forward? Thinking about those times, if there's times in your life previously where you felt that, wherever that phrase, or if you need to adjust it to a phrase that makes more sense to your situation, please feel free to do that. But that's what we're going to clear on next, okay? All right, deep breath in. I release all negative emotions with what's next. Good. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with positive emotions with what's next. Good. Deep breath in. I release all aggression with what's next. Deep breath in. I release all dread with what's next. Deep breath in. I release all nervousness with what's next. Deep breath in. I release all resistance with what's next. Deep breath in. I release all shame with what's next. Deep breath in. I release all terror with what's next. Good. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with belief with what's next. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with giving, with what's next. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with kindness, with what's next. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with knowledge, with what's next. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with receiving, with what's next. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with thankfulness, with what's next. Deep breath in. I release all remaining negative emotions, with what's next. Good. Deep breath in. I release all remaining blocks to positive emotions, with what's next. Good. Deep breath in and out. That is clear. Awesome, guys. We have got about 10 more minutes that we're going to go through before we switch to the next call. And so we have one more area where I would like you to journal. And so this one is around the idea of surrender. If we're resistant to change, maybe it's because we're also resistant to surrendering, to go with the flow and adaptability that requires you to surrender to the river. So what areas in your life are you holding on to tightly? Is there a person? Is there a job? Is there an idea? Is there something about yourself that you're holding on to tightly, and maybe it's time to surrender that? So take a few minutes to write that down, and we'll see what programs come out of that, okay? Okay. I've got two programs that have come to me while you guys were journaling on that. So we will start with those. If there are some other programs that are coming up for you, let's put them into the chat. I'll test them for the group and see if it's something that will apply to everyone. And just a note with these journal items, as you're writing them down, if there's more that comes up for you that we haven't cleared on, please bring this to one of the coaches in another open clearing call to help you dig into more of what's there. If you go and read back through your notes and you're not feeling any sort of emotional pull one way or the other, then maybe it's clear and it doesn't need to be reviewed, but please go back and look at it to see where you can get some deeper healing and what would be a good place to look in that as a starting point. Okay, so the first one that we're going to clear on here is the phrase, I'm afraid. So think of that for you. If I'm afraid is what is testing as the weakest right now, but it could be something you say more of I'm scared, or there might be a different phrase of that. So a lot of times when we hold on too tightly to something is because we're afraid. We don't know what's coming. We've already cleared on change and stuck and what's next, but there's still something there of there's still some fear of where you're moving forward and what you're going into. And that's a huge part of the adaptability, is being able to move forward. You can still have the fear, but you just don't let it stop you. You take that big, I don't wanna, and you do it anyway. Okay, so hopefully you have a good thing in mind of where this fear is in relation to adaptability that we can clear on for you. And keep that in mind as we go through this. Deep breath in. I release all negative emotions with I'm afraid. in. I release all my blocks with positive emotions with I'm afraid. Deep breath in. I release all despondency with I'm afraid. Deep breath in. I release all humiliation with I'm afraid. Deep breath in. I release all pain with I'm afraid. Deep breath in. I release all resentment with I'm afraid. Deep breath in. I release all skepticism with I'm afraid. Deep breath in. I release all terror with I'm afraid. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with faith with I'm afraid. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with fulfillment with I'm afraid. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with love with I'm afraid. And deep breath in. I release all my blocks with surety with I'm afraid. Good. Deep breath in and out. Awesome. Okay. We've got one more that we're going to clear as a program, and then we'll do our fill-ups. And then I will take a 5-minute break before we'll start the trauma clearing class. Okay. This one is the phrase, what if? This can be, what if this negative thing happens? Or anytime that you're asking yourself, well, what if this? What if that? That a lot of times can be a part of adaptability is, you're too busy stuck in what could happen instead of accepting what is happening. And so what if could be something that we ask ourselves all the time. And this is a very common thing that we do as humans, is ask the phrase, what if? And it's usually in context of something negative. We usually don't ask what if I got this amazing job? What if I met the partner of my dreams? What if they accepted the offer on the house that I just put in? What if the positive is a great way to also think about it. So we'll try to reframe it. We're going to remove the what if from the negative. What if by itself is not necessarily bad. It's just what comes after the what if that we can try to work on. Okay, so let's clear on that. Deep breath in. I release all negative emotions with what if. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with positive emotions with what if. Deep breath in. I release all aggression with what if. Deep breath in. I release all apathy with what if. Deep breath in. I release all discontent with what if. Deep breath in. I release all doubt with what if. Deep breath in. I release all envy with what if. Deep breath in. I release all frustration with what if. Deep breath in. I release all guilt with what if. Deep breath in. I release all overwhelm with what if. Deep breath in. I release all punishment with what if. Deep breath in. I release all skepticism with what if. Deep breath in. I release all stubbornness with what if. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with calm with what if. I release all my blocks with fulfillment with what if. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with hope with what if. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with knowingness with what if. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with open with what if. Almost done. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with receiving with what if. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with surety with what if. I'm going to do that one again, okay, guys? Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with surety with what if. Deep breath in. I release all my blocks with trust with what if. Good, that one's clear. Deep breath in and out. Good job, you guys. Well done today. I think we found a lot of amazing programs that we were able to clear. A lot of great things that by starting with the Clifton Strengths and saying, okay, this is what it is. Let's dig into what where we could find some programs here. So I think it was a great time, and I really appreciate all of you for that. So our next one that we are going to be going through is the Strength of Analytical. And so when the analytical, someone who has analytical high, when they are working at their best, they like to think, sorry? Okay, they like to think things through. They're smart, logical, deep, thorough, comfortable with numbers. Those who have analytical high, but when they're not in that strength, when they're not using that strength, it may come across as rude, short, tough, never satisfied, asks too many questions. So that is what we are going to be delving into next week. The week of the 16th, nope, that one's still going to be normal. But the week of the 23rd, there will be a guest coach on here, as I will be out of town, and we will not be covering any strengths during that week, but it will just be an open clearing at that time. So just to give you guys a heads up that that's in 2 weeks from now. Okay, let's do the positive fill-ups. All right, you ready? Close your eyes. Deep breath in. I am happy, thankful, and grateful for my willingness to learn. Good. Deep breath in. I am happy, thankful, and grateful that I can accept change. Deep breath in. I am happy, thankful, and grateful that I am on this journey of healing. Deep breath in. I am happy, thankful, and grateful that I'm learning how to be more myself. Deep breath in. I am happy, thankful, and grateful that I am learning to be the me that I was created to be. Last one. Deep breath in. I am happy, thankful, and grateful that all of the answers are within me all the time. Good job, everyone. Deep breath in and out. Pat yourself on the back for being here. Awesome job. Oh, all right. So for those of you, let me go ahead and stop the recording. Where is it? Let me stop the share. I gotta move all the things around.